Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel of Vortigon Gaming. Let's run some Mythic Plus dungeons in World of Warcraft. Today we are going to be running an Uldaman Legacy of Tier, level 14 as an Arcane Mage. The weekly affixes are Fortified, Afflicted, and Raging. I will be doing my best to give a live commentary of the dungeon run. If you are into that kind of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So this is another pretty tough week for Mythic Plus, in my opinion. Last week I think was a little more brutal since it was a tyrannical week. This week is only a Fortified. You know what? I pretty much did the runs that I wanted to do earlier this week. And now I'm just doing some runs on some lower level dungeons just to practice some stuff for next week. I'm hoping to push some 20s. Next week, actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to turn this down to about 25. There we go. The sound might be a little bit loud if it's up at 50%. Also, I do want to spell steal the spiked carapaces off of these guys. So this dungeon actually. I would say the first few bosses, actually some of the bosses in this dungeon are kind of difficult, I feel like, on a tyrannical week. We've got a carapace to spell steal here. Okay, the other guy's down, we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so Bromach, I'm foreseeing Bromach to be a pretty hard boss next week, since it will be a tyrannical week. Same with Emberon and Chrono-Lord Deios. Also, one thing I want to do is make sure I set a focus on the targets that I want to set a focus on. Also make sure to spell steal the carapaces. You know what? I think we can go into a burn. If you don't know how to play Arcane Mage, basically there are two phases to your rotation. There's the burn phase and the conserve phase. The burn phase is you put Radiant Spark on a target. You cast 5 spells, one of which is a barrage, onto the target. And when you cast the barrage, you also cast Touch of the Magi while the barrage is traveling. And the idea is that Radiant Spark and Touch of the Magi both give you burn windows to do as much damage as you can. And then after the Touch of the Magi burn window is over, you switch back to your conserve phase, which is basically use your spells in such a way that you have enough mana for the next burn phase. This is level 14. You know, I don't need to be perfect with my rotation in this, you know, this low of a dungeon level, and neither should you, I feel like. Just make sure you do the mechanics properly and not die. One thing I almost didn't do properly was deal with the Afflicted Soul that came out. Luckily, we do have some people in this group that have stuff that can deal with that. If you are an Arcane Mage, Remove Curse is pretty much your only option for dealing with those. Alright. I think we're going to have to... something like that. Oh, okay, someone actually took care of that one. They took care of that one as well, so I think we should be fine. You know what? We'll do a burn on this group. And I want to save my Arcane Surge. Arcane Surge is kind of like my big cooldown. I want to save that for the boss. We'll be able to do a ton of damage for this boss. Maybe I'll even use Shifting Power to get my cooldowns back up early, since it does look like these guys are going down fairly quickly. You know, I'll use Shifting Power to get my cooldowns ready to go for the pull. Alright.
Bromach, the chief here. Smash you.
We can go right into a burn.
Get out here and smash him.
We'll shift to a AoE rotation. I feel like that should be good. Afflicted Cry does need to be taken care of. We also need to kill the Quaking Totem. I don't think we're going to kill it in time. Bloodlust is going to go off, but you know what? It should be fine. Luckily, next week I won't have to deal with the ghosts spawning everywhere, so I can focus the Quaking Totem quicker. All right. We'll go ahead and do a burn. All right, we'll switch to Quaking Totem once this barrage goes out.
Puny ones won't stop Bromach.
Okay.
Get out here and smash them.
Guess I didn't want to move him over before the Bloodlust started casting, but you know it's fine. I think in there, I'm pretty sure you have to have him inside the circle to actually have him get stunned by the Quaking Totem. We'll do a quick, whatchamacallit, Dragon's Breath, and that should do it. For, this is technically boss number 2, but it's the first boss in the dungeon, so we'll give ourselves a slash cheer and move on to the next part of the dungeon. I'm pretty sure it's Olaf with the healing stuff.
I have a quiver
Okay.
full of swords, and I know how to throw them.
This is the worst time to start a burn. Okay, they did take care of the ghosts, so we don't have to worry about swapping over those.
Eat my shield.
Yeah, so it is Olaf with the defensive bulwark. We'll go ahead and hit shifting power to get some of our cooldowns back. They are starting the longbow.
This thingy.
Okay. Alright, and we do have a little bit of a gap. Oh, well, not anymore since Jolita, I don't know how to pronounce that, she stepped right into the little gap. Alright, let's try to even out the DPS that we have going here. You notice Olaf is kind of low, whereas the guy I'm focusing right now is still at 55% health.
This thingy.
Go ahead and set the focus on him now. Okay.
Did somebody order a skull kraken?
I think he's the last guy left, right? Oh. Okay. I don't know how I got hit by that.
Now the party's starting.
This should do it for this boss, though. Pretty soon. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a slash cheer and move on to the next part of the
I
dungeon.
think that tussle actually helped clear my head. Much obliged, strangers. We'll lend you a hand after we get our bearings.
And you know what? We'll hit shifting power to get some of our cooldowns back. I think I'll have time for one more pop of Bloodlust before we need it again. I think we might use it on the 4th boss.
That frog has been a real pest.
We know how to open
Alright, let's set a focus on the Refty Custodian.
Want to see
Alright.
something nifty? What's this? That did it. Now let's see what we can find inside.
Hopefully the tank is feeling bold and will pull the next 2 ads together. Or I think it might be 3 ads. No, it's only 2.
Marvelous mustache. Another
Okay.
locked door.
Leave this to me. Shield charge! Boom! Oh, my head.
Remember to set a focus so that way when we deal with the ghosts here,
Door open.
we can deal with the ghosts and quickly swap back to our target. Okay. And I'm actually using the personalized hero talent, so I will be looking to pop it in the boss room while we are fighting Sentinel Talondras. I almost have Touch of the Magi up again. I should be able to go right into a burn during this. Okay, good to go. Ooh, I do want to move. Okay, move out of the swirlies. Alright. We'll go ahead and use Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back. Maybe not the best time to use it since Crushing Stop did come out and it does interrupt it. Shouldn't be too bad. As long as we throttle our mana usage, we should be good. Alright, knockback. We'll go into a burn. Alright. Crushing Stomp will hit a lot harder next week, I feel like. Alright. I did my chores. Oh, we do need to run toward. We can actually use Crushing Stomp to dodge those swirlies on the ground. I'm not worried about mana usage right now since I do have Evocation, which I can use to get my mana back. And we'll go ahead and pop that now. I'll even give the rest of my team the shield that I normally use. Anyway, that's going to be the third boss now. We'll give ourselves this last cheer, move on to the next part of the dungeon. Yeah, so this mass barrier is a pretty good thing to use when you are expecting AoE, like group-wide damage.
Maybe we can find a few treasure maps. We'll have a look while you go on.
It's, typically it's a big help for the, the healer in your group, right? And when you do start running higher level keys, you do need to know what utility you bring to the group. In fact, I would say that's more important than learning, the rotation for your class. I hope I didn't shadow pull anyone there. Okay, we should be good to go. We'll go ahead and hit Dragon's Breath to stun all of those Weavers out of Hail of Stone. And then actually we can go ahead and go into a burn. I think it might be a bit of a waste since this dude's almost dead, but you know what, that's fine. As long as I have Arcane Surge up for the Golem in the next room, we'll be good to go. Alright, this might be a bit of a big one. Okay, there we go. And I am not sure what oh, okay, I stepped in a cleave attack. Yeah, that will do it. Okay. I think I will wait until we get to the next boss before we eat some food. I don't think we'll have time to do it before we go into the next room. Actually, maybe. Let's see about that. I'll go ahead and eat something. I think we should be in time to help them out. If Runic Protector starts casting Earthquake and then the rest of the group kind of has to deal with the AoE damage there. Mass Barrier is a good thing to pop here. Okay. We'll go ahead and use our Ice Cold, which actually replaced Ice Block back when 10.1.5 released. It basically does a massive amount of damage reduction and also some healing while it's up. Unluckily, you cannot pop it if you are in need of invulnerability, though. Oh, okay. Cavern Seekers are out. We do want to interrupt Sonic Burst. Okay. We'll go ahead and use Dragon's Breath to do a mass interrupt on those Cavern Seekers. Sonic Burst is something you do not want to go off, especially during a fortified week. Alright, and you know what? I will ask the group if they want Lust on the next boss, but after we deal with this. I have a feeling they might want Lust.
I need to target something first.
Activating additional.
No, we'll go ahead and use Lust. I feel like we'll have it back. You know, by the whatchamacallit. By the last boss of the dungeon.
Target acquired.
Go ahead and hit shifting power to get some of our cooldowns back.
Target acquired.
I actually ran this dungeon earlier this week, and it did take us about 10 minutes to get from this boss to the last boss, so I think using Lust here is okay.
Protocol.
Alright,
Purge.
phase 2 is starting. Let's go ahead and take care of the Vault Keepers. Actually, you know what? We'll blink through the fire and rejoin our team. Alright. On to Vault Keeper number 2. I find it best to kind of hug the outer rim of this kind of gold thing to stand on. Ooh, are they going to see the ghost there? I don't know. Oh, I was not quick enough on that. So we are going to have 100% damage reduction, but you know what? It's fine. I don't think the beam is going to catch up to us before we kill this last Vault Keeper. And then actually Arcane Surge is back up, so we can pop that on this burn. And this should about do it for boss number 4. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a slash cheer and move on to the last part of the dungeon.
Whoa! Look at all this stuff!
Also hit shift and power to get some of
You can keep
our
searching
cooldowns
for
back.
whatever it is you folks are after. Yeah, we're calling dibs on this room. Safe travels all.
Thunder's Clap should be LOS'd. Then we'll go ahead and go into a burn. We'll do a single target burn on the Golem. I definitely want him down. Alright, this shouldn't be too big of a deal. The Golem is almost dead. Alright, there we go. We'll set a focus on this Golem right here. Let's see, can I LOS behind this weird mechanism? I can. Okay. We'll go ahead and do a single target burn on the Golem. Oh, right, below 30% health, they actually cannot be stunned out of Hail of Stone like that. Also, we do want to hit shifting power to get some of our cooldowns back. I think focusing the... Oh, I do want to interrupt Curse of Stone. That is important. Afflicted Cry. Okay. That's taken care of. I think Bulwark Slam is a frontal that I could get hit by. Like that cleave I got hit by earlier. Okay. We will focus the Earth Warder. Okay, they are actually, yeah, we'll interrupt the Earth Warder and let's focus one of the golems. Right? We'll use Ice Cold to mitigate the, whatchamacallit, the Thunderous Clap damage. Okay. We'll also use Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back. Let's see. I don't think I was out of LOS in that one. You know what? We can tank it. This shouldn't be too bad. Alright.
What have we here? Alexstrasza's lapdogs, I suspect. I fear I will have to deny your queen her prize. The disc you seek will be mine.
Go ahead and LOS the Thunderous Clap. Okay. We'll go ahead and do a burn here. I think that should be good. I can actually spell steal Earthen Ward if they don't whatchamacallit. If they don't interrupt it. Okay. All right. I believe these guys cast Hasten. Oh, if they don't interrupt, we can spell steal that. Alright. You know what? We'll go ahead and use a burn here. I feel like for the next couple of pulls, we're going to be dealing with these infinite time reavers. And I'm basically on spell steal duty while that is happening. So. Alright. Spell steal. Okay. Hopefully they don't pull two at a time. Okay, they did pull two at a time. This is going to be rough.
I don't have a target.
Go ahead and hit evocation, get some of our cooldowns, or sorry, some of our mana back. Alright, we'll spell steal again. Okay, there's only one more time reaver to deal with. I should maybe do some research on how to deal with this this pull better, but no, I think that'll be for next week, or for, I guess, technically tomorrow, since it is the weekly reset coming up soon. Alright.
This disc may hold the secret to the
We'll just kill these whelps really quick. So that should be good.
Now
Alright.
the disc is lost to time.
I have never managed to make this jump right here. Luckily I do have invisibility and I can walk past without having to do the, you know, the bench hopping. Oh, never mind. They pulled them anyway. I think they have to since we are lacking, whatchamacallit, percentage. Okay. Okay. We do need to break LOS to get rid of the whatchamacallit. All right. And we actually have hero now, so you know what? I will hold off doing hero until he does the rewind time flow. I think that would be good. Okay.
Lost in the sands.
When he hits 20 energy, we will go ahead and hit evocation to get some of our mana back, and then we'll hit shifting power to get our cooldowns back. And I do not want to be in that circle yet. Now we can get ready. We can go ahead and do a burn.
Lost in the sands.
Alright, Afflicted Cry is coming out over there. We do need to deal with that. Okay.
You will be lost in time.
And then we will actually have our burn ready to go for the next rewind time flow. Alright.
Can you feel your fate closing in?
Good thing we do, since one of the Afflicted actually did go off, so that's not the greatest thing to happen. But you know, this should be fine. I think we only need to get him down to, what, 5 health? 5% health? That should be good. I'm out of range, I can't deal with that, but you know what, it's fine. This is going to about do it for the last boss in dungeon here. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a slash cheer.
Your efforts are
Thank everyone for a clean run, and even congratulate them for beating the dungeon on time.
The timelines are converging. There will be
And of course, we are an Arcane Mage, so it is common courtesy to give everyone a portal back to the main hub of the expansion. And that's going to about do it here for this video, so if you liked what you saw here, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see me run any other dungeon during Dragonflight Mythic Plus Season 2, let me know in a comment down below which dungeon you'd like to see me run. Hopefully I can get around to posting a VOD of that. Anyway, that's going to about do it for me here, so I hope you all had fun watching, and I will see you all later.